Except for to take pictures, we've been able to see them through shadows inside those windows. I want you to look at the video that we got a little earlier, around 8:40 this evening, when the agents began showing up. They had empty boxes, that appear to be evidence boxes, lots of large empty bags that they brought into the home. In total, roughly 10 agents came in several cars. Some were dropped off. They walked inside the home. Several of them wouldn't say a word to us. We asked them many questions. We were able to confirm with the FBI that those are FBI agents. Now, we're told that this is not a raid, that Paula Broadwell's attorney did authorize this search. Law enforcement does confirm that, saying, again, this is not a raid, this is a consent search. Now, they came out a couple times to take pictures of the home. They took pictures of the front door and the windows. They wouldn't really tell us what they were looking for. Again, they wouldn't talk to us. This all began, again, we've been checking this place out for the past 4 days. Nothing's really happened with the exception of media staking it out. The Broadwells are not home. But this whole thing started not 4 days ago, but back in May down in Florida, when a woman, Jill Kelly, said that she received threatening emails that are believed to be from Paula Broadwell, basically telling her to stay away from her man. Now, Kelly is a backer, a booster of Petraeus. That's Kelly you see on your screen right there. They have denied any sort of relationship with General Petraeus. However, again, it's believed that Broadwell thought that they were together. Now, again, back here at the Broadwell home, you can see the press, more national press starting to gather as this this search continues in her Dilworth home tonight. Again, 10 agents inside. They haven't come out yet, but we have been able to see them inside, snapping pictures, and again, looking through cabinets and other things. We're going to continue to keep you updated from here on the scene. As soon as they come out, we will let you all know. For now, reporting live from Dilworth, Diane Gallagher, NBC Charlotte.
All right, Diane. Charlotte, today our lifestyle program spoke with Paula Broadwell back in February. She gave us a lot of insight about getting to know General Petraeus as she wrote his biography, All In.
I met with him in person a few times. In fact, our first interview was on a run, and I brought a recorder, and I thought I would test him and see if we could run an interview at the same time, but he thought he'd test me and see if I could keep up. Some of the tenets of General Petraeus' counterinsurgency strategy apply to home or work or corporations. Be the first with truth. Live our values.
Our coverage continues at WCNC.com. You can watch the full interview with Paula Broadwell there, and we'll continue monitoring the FBI situation at her home and bring you any new details on the air, online, on Facebook and Twitter.
Well, the cold is coming, and so is the rain. Want to take a live look now at Hickory, where it is just pouring out there tonight. First Warn Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich is tracking a major cold front. And Brad, correct me if I'm wrong, it's been more than a month since we've seen rain like this.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of rain today, but it's been amazing. It's been the most rain we've seen in just about 30 days. You have to go back to October 15th. That's the last time we had measurable rain here in the Queen City. Let me show you First Warn Doppler radar. I mean, it's kind of sad. It's been so dry, but this is about the best we've seen in over a month. Heavy rain moving through parts of Cleveland County, Burke County, up through Caldwell County. That's the actual cold front. You can see back to the west, there's a little bit of snow mixing in areas of western, southwestern part of, Virginia and eastern parts of Tennessee as the cold air moves in. But again, it's only 0.02 inches so far today. But that's the last measurable rain since October 15th, so it's been a long dry spell. We will see a little bit more rain, but the cold is the other part of the system. Wait till you see the overnight lows, so what you'll wake up to coming up in your full forecast in just a couple minutes.
Well, we will be watching that rain and its impact on the morning drive all night long, so make sure to join us tomorrow morning starting at 4:30 for the very latest conditions. And when we're not on the air, you can always track the radar and get those weather updates from the First Warn Storm Team with our brand new Weathercaster app for your iPad.
New details in a hit and a run in North Charlotte. Tonight, police tell us 3 teenagers, 17-year-old Charles Camp, 19-year-old James Horn, and 17-year-old Clayton Rumlin drove past a man walking down Gibbon Road in Poplar Springs Drive. Police say they hit him with something. He was hurt, but we're told he's going to be okay. Camp and Horn are charged with assault with a deadly weapon.
Sadly, a morning fire in Belmont took the life of a veteran. The 78-year-old Navy vet died of smoke inhalation. His name hasn't been released, and firefighters were called to his home on Venn Drive just after 7:30 this morning. They say the fire was started by cigarette ashes.
The rape and murder of a 12-year-old Rock Hill girl takes center stage before the South Carolina Supreme Court tomorrow. Attorneys for Billy Wayne Cope, including the Innocence Project, maintain an innocent father is behind bars.
Is she breathing? No, she's breathing. She's cold and way too
It was a strangely matter-of-fact call to 911 from a father whose 12-year-old daughter had been raped and murdered in the overnight hours.
There was no forced entry into the house. And Billy's reaction, they thought, was unnatural for someone who had just found their daughter raped and murdered.
For 11 years, Billy Wayne Cope has lived behind bars, steadfastly maintaining he's a grieving father, not a vicious killer, just as he did the day of his daughter's murder.
I did not do anything, not sexually, not physically, not anything to my daughter. And during that 3.5 hours, we counted on the audio tape 666 times that Billy indicated to the police that he did not have anything to do with the rape and murder of Amanda Cope.
I'm telling you, sir, I did not do anything to my child.
Public defender, they wouldn't let him in to see Billy.
After days of denial, Billy Wayne Cope took investigators back to the crime scene, into Amanda's bedroom, and according to his defense attorney, made up a story of how he choked his daughter to death.
And so, in this distraught man's mind, he thought, well, I'll just make something up. I'll tell them what they want to hear, but it won't pan out because the evidence won't show this. It's a classic case of false confessions.
Months after his conviction, investigators here at Rock Hill discovered it wasn't Billy Wayne Cope's DNA on Amanda's body. It was that of a recently released criminal. James Sanders was a serial rapist and burglar who lived less than a block away.
Then all of a sudden, they found out that, the evidence doesn't match Billy Cope. So either we have extracted a false confession from this man, or there was some kind of conspiracy, because James Sanders was definitely there.
Cope and Sanders stood trial together.
And if they were both guilty, then they had to do it together.
They never heard about James Sanders violating the other woman, even though we tried to introduce that in front of the jury.
Billy Cope and James Sanders were sent to prison for life. As Cope lives his life behind bars, he prays to a higher power that the highest court in South Carolina will find truth in what he says.
The prosecutor's theory of this case is absurd.
It could take weeks or even months before Supreme Court justices rule on this case.
A series of violent robberies with one strange connection: guns and baseball bats. That robbery spree started Saturday and ended this morning. 4 homes in total were hit. A baseball bat was used in each one, and that is what has police thinking they're all connected. Police so far haven't made any arrests.
In South Charlotte, thousands of dollars worth of stuff stolen from 2 different homes, and police think trusted contractors may be responsible for this. Over the last couple of months or so, contractors have been doing inside work, minor repairs, and the timing coincides with when things went missing. So far, no arrests, but police are increasing patrols.
Okay, we've heard it time and time again from our single friends. Charlotte is a terrible dating city. So we set out on a little experiment, hosting a speed dating session right here at the NBC Charlotte studio to see if the Queen City is really looking for love in all the wrong places. Ask any single over 35, 40, or even 50 about the dating scene in Charlotte, and the response tends to be, let's just say, challenging.
It's difficult. It's tough. Being new in any area is a little more challenging. Yeah, I've been here for like 3 years. I've only been on like 3 or 4 dates.
Whoa! What is it about the Queen City? According to the Census Bureau, we have 10% more single women between the ages of 35 and 64 than the national average. Granted, we are doing better than, let's say, Yuma, Arizona, where more than 41% of the population is single.
So my odds just went up.
So we hosted a speed dating session, yes, right here at NBC Charlotte with Cheryl Spangler.
Probably the biggest question I ever get asked is, where can I meet people?
The founder of Heart and Soul Matchmaking, just to see what the dating pool in this age range is really like.
The dating scene in Charlotte, I think, is a little difficult. It's hard to meet people. I mean, there's a lot of young people going out in bars.
Aren't we supposed to be the next great city of the South? So progressive and full of transients who bring new ideas.
transferred or relocated, and they're really into their jobs. And so maybe they're making dating maybe a secondary or third priority.
Cheryl says the need for love is so great in the QC, her clients pay upwards of $10,000 a year for her private matchmaking to find the one. For those who don't and can't shell out 10 grand for a personal Cupid, dating still ain't cheap. Let's crunch the numbers, shall we?
1 date per week times 52 weeks, movie tickets, dinner for 2, flowers if you really like him or her, transportation, text messages, personal grooming.
The list goes on and on. So that got us wondering, is it a better bang for your buck to be married? Take taxes, for example.
Saving on taxes should not be the only reason to get married.
Well, obviously, and it does vary depending on each person's financial situation, but as a whole,
Is you have deductions and credits that you can claim as married, versus you cannot get as married filing separate.
and it goes beyond taxes. It's a bold statement, but to some scholars, married people benefit society as a whole.
So people, once they get married, they start volunteer considerably more. Once you get married, you kind of feel you're in a different social role, and that you need to behave correspondingly, right? And so you need to be serious, you need to contribute to community.
Those things being said, let's check back with our dear speed daters now, shall we?
And that's actually what we're doing for Charlotte.
Believe it or not, out of nearly 40 couples, our speed dating experiment resulted in 8 matches. That is 8 second dates.
But I did see a couple of guys that, look pretty good.
So, who knows? Maybe the 70s hair band Nazareth didn't have it completely right when they said, the Queen City seems to be changing its own tune. Now, we know a lot of folks out there sharing that dating struggle, so tell us at our Facebook page, where's the best place in your town to meet people? We are NBC Charlotte. Like us on Facebook and let us know.